Hey, super legends, superheroes, and superstars. My name's Dr. Dre, but yes, without the doctor. You're tuned into Hot Hire, which is the #1 place. That's right, I said #1 place. If you're looking to get into your ideal job in double quick times, what does that mean? That means right now. If you need help with your job search strategy, hit me up. It's what I do every day, and I love getting results from my clients. Absolutely love it. So today, boom, special guest. Oh, absolutely special guest. So with this next guest, we run in the same circles, and she's just been accepted into an elite mastermind, which I'm really jealous of. So I've got FOMO right now. So this lady is a marketing and fundraising executive professional. She's been in that space for about the last 15 years in the not-for-profit sector. She's just recently created her own business, which is a coaching business, which is helping professional mums. So without any further ado, I want to say a massive welcome to Melinda Warnecke.
Yeah, right. Well done, Dre. Thank you.
Oh,
really exciting to be here.
How are you?
I'm awesome. I'm awesome. Thanks for asking.
Excellent. Yeah, just want to say massive congratulations for getting into P1. That's huge.
Yeah, super pumped, really pumped, really excited. Woo!
All right, do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you've been doing?
Yeah, sure, thanks. So I've been working in the fundraising and marketing sector for 15 years in leadership roles, about 20 years probably altogether. I started out in fundraising when I finished uni, so it was a bit of a focused choice to go into the not-for-profit sector. Have loved everything about it. It's pretty phenomenal. You know, the people that you work with, they've all got causes that they're passionate about, and you know, and everything that they do in their day is always towards their true north kind of vision. So it's pretty high empowering kind of environment. So yeah, I've been doing that for quite a long time, and I run teams of fundraisers and marketers, and you know, we raise lots and lots of money for our organisation each year. But yeah, this year during COVID also decided to set up a little bit of a side business because I needed, I wanted to do more. And one of my greatest things that I love about my role is I get to lead people in the team. And as I've gotten a little bit older, I've realised that the next up and coming professional women are kind of going through the same problems and challenges that I went through earlier on in my career. And so I've decided to also coach and help women like what I used to be, just be awesome and have really happy lives and overperform at work. Nothing wrong with that. It's always good to be a high achiever. But yeah, just, create really great relationships in their family and their home and at work. So that's a little bit about me.
And do you know what I was thinking earlier? So when I was thinking, because I knew that you were coming on, just how you manage absolutely everything that you do. So your plate is full. So I don't know how you do that. Yeah.
It's energy and vitality. That's it. I honestly treat my body like it's a machine. So I'm very careful with what goes inside. I'm careful with what happens here. I sleep really deeply. I exercise. I go to the gym. I lift weights. I have just started jogging. That's a little bit more challenging than I thought it would be, but that's my new thing. So it's all about the energy and vitality. So I'm up at 5:30, 5:45. I get my personal kind of life done before the family gets up. I schedule my day to the 15-minute blocks.
Oh, do you? That's interesting.
Yeah. And I'm extremely strict with when I'm available for my teams. Probably is the key. I'm really strict. I'm only available during certain times of the day, depending on what it is that they need me for. And then the rest is about, that's high level strategic stuff that I have to do at work. And then my coaching is in the evenings and on weekends.
Brilliant. Right. Sorry, we're just getting sidetracked. I'm really interested in the 15-minute blocks. So do you organise your day the day before, or is it just in the morning, like when you wake up?
One of the things that the mastermind group has helped teach me actually is you do it on a Sunday night for the week ahead.
The whole week, yeah?
Yeah. So when you wake up Monday morning, there's no changes, unless it's, you know, life-threatening. There should be no changes to your week. That's how you get your week done. You know what you've got available, you know what you don't. You structure and schedule your lunch breaks, afternoon tea breaks. I go for walks during the day.
Yeah.
You know, I get my exercise in during the day. My PT sessions are actually from 9 till 10 a.m. So it helps me, you know. Yeah. It's and I am in Melbourne, and we have been in lockdown for a very long time. Yeah. So I've had lots of time to rearrange my schedule and make it sing.
Oh, I love that. I'm so jealous. I'm still so jealous. Anyway, all right. Do you have any valuable tips that you can share with the audience?
I do. So thinking about this before I came on, I was kind of doing a little bit of a count, and I thought I've probably recruited about 100 people, I reckon, over the last 10 years into different positions in different jobs that I've worked in. And the three things, there's three top tips from me for any candidates out there. And I know it sounds cliche, but when people say I have attention to detail, as employers, we actually look for that. So as soon as I come across that first spelling error, that's it. That person doesn't even get a look at. Doesn't matter how brilliant they are, they don't get an interview.
Okay, can I ask you a question on that? So would it go down to like a comma in the wrong place or a full stop in the wrong place?
No, spelling error. Okay. Yeah. It's a spelling mistake because that means that there wasn't enough care or respect to kind of proofread or even just use spell check. I mean, it's a function on a computer. You don't have to know how to spell. It's little things like that become really big things when there's 20 or 30 or 50 applicants for a job. So they become filter mechanisms for us. It's straight out. I
love that.
Might sound a little bit cruel, but it's the reality of what we actually do when we're looking for candidates. And so I cannot stress enough how important it is to put your cover letter and your application aside for 24 hours and then read it again with fresh eyes. Does it sound right? Is there any spelling errors in there? Have you got the name accurate on the dear whoever? It's just so super important because so many really great candidates miss out on interviews because of that.
Totally agree.
Yeah.
So can I just ask you a really, really quick question? So do you get inundated, you know, like with, you know, resumes and applications, and it's just in kind of an easier way to, you know, to sort through it all as well?
That's probably how it started for me personally, yes. But now, even if there's 5 candidates, if there's a spelling error, I still won't read any further because it's become a personal mission, I suppose. It's, you know, and that's because things like that then show up later on in the job.
True.
Yeah. If they can't pay enough attention to apply for a job, how do I know that they will be able to run a program, take care of our donors, you know, not get spelling errors on social media? It's kind of really important.
Yeah, it's common. It's common. All right, what's number 2? What have we got for number 2?
Number 2 would be transferable skills. I love transferable skills in candidates. It's and by that what I mean is, so they're applying for something that might be a marketer's role, but they also can write, like amazing copywriting and marketing. That would be great. Or people that love data, but they don't share that very often, and they're doing marketing, but they love data. To me, that's like a marriage. That's something that's made in heaven because not enough people love data. So there's an interesting tip as well that I hadn't thought of. People that love data can think outside the box, even though you wouldn't really expect that. And they can see patterns in work that you normally can't see. So I love that transferable skill. That's one of the reasons why.
Okay, so do you mean sort of like with the data that they have, interpreting it so it can be used as some sort of strategy, like somewhere else?
They will just see patterns in data, which means they can see patterns in other project work as well. It might need a bit of nurturing from their manager, but somebody that loves data will be able to see patterns in other work projects and things like that as they progress in their career.
Love that. All right.
Yeah,
Bringing the gold.
Yeah, it's really cool. The third one is another cliche one, but I am going to talk about it because it's so super important, and probably even in my coaching, I've realised how important this is as well. So when somebody applies for a job and they do their selection criteria, and that's all great, that's wonderful. When you're preparing for an interview, particularly, please look at the organisation's website, have a look at their mission and their vision, and check that their values as an organisation, that you can align yourself to it personally. Because the organisation's values will decide every direction they take, including their recruitment. And if you look at those values and you can see your own personal story in a couple of them, write that down. Am I allowed to swear? Write that shit down.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Share it in the interview, talk about it, because that will be a standout candidate for a panel, an interview panel. Someone that hasn't just looked at the values and the mission statement and read it out loud, has thought about their own personal connection to the values and came to the interview with a story.
You are bringing the gold today. All right, so just to recap, so number 1 was attention to detail, number 2 was transferable skills, and number 3 was making you do the research and looking at the website, at the mission, vision, and the values.
And find a personal connection to the values, or at least 1 or 2 of them, and really think about how does that sit with your own values, and share a story that proves that you have a match.
Hey, Super Legends, so sorry to interrupt the show. If you do like what you're seeing, please don't forget to like, comment, and share. Thank you.
Really important. So they're the things. So if someone comes into an interview and I'm on the panel and those 3 things are there, it wouldn't really matter to me too much about their skill level, because skills can be taught.
Yeah.
But you can't teach culture, and you can't teach values, and you can't teach care and attention to detail.
That's right. Can I just I know I keep going off in different directions, but I'm just really interested. The panel interviews that you sit in on, is there, like 2, 3, 4, 5 of you on the panel, and is that very sort of like nerve-wracking?
Always three. Yeah. And gender balance. Always gender balance.
And is there a good cop, a bad cop, someone in the middle?
No, we don't do that. We choose which questions we want to ask, depending on which ones we get more excited about, and then we just divvy them up. Someone will be the chair, I suppose, of the interview panel, which talks about remuneration and start dates and all the kind of boring stuff. Yeah.
And then what do you, so when you're having that interview, what is it that you look for? Are you looking for like a particular skill, trait?
I'm always looking for the cultural fit.
The cultural fit, yeah. So that's
because that's number 1 for me, because of what I just said before. You can teach skills, and in my background, I've been in nearly every single position in my team. So I've had experience, except for the data team. I've had experience with nearly every single position over my 20-year history. So I know without a doubt that I could help teach the skills or buy in someone to help teach the skills, but you can't teach culture. And if it's not if that cultural fit's not there, it will hurt the business in the long run. It really, really will.
Okay, I love that. All right. Okay, what do you have going on at the moment? Anything exciting, projects, programs? What are you up to at the moment?
So outside of my day job, the exciting thing that I've got going on at the moment is I'm just about to launch my new private Facebook group for professional mums.
Yes. Right, yeah.
Using all the coaching skills and education I've accumulated over the years. But yeah, really looking for lots of working mums who are high performing, that just want to be better parents, you know, and they want to try to find that work-life balance that they think doesn't exist, but it actually does. And yeah, and my goal and aspiration is to help them achieve that in the shortest amount of time possible, because they're high-performing women who don't like to waste time.
All right, so how do people get hold of you? So if they wanted to reach out to you, are you available on Facebook, LinkedIn, email?
Yeah, I'm on LinkedIn, Melinda Warnecke. I'm on Facebook under my own name. Funny about that. And definitely connecting by requesting access to my private group. I would love that. I think that'd be awesome. Nice way to reach out and actually have a little bit more of an intimate kind of communication. So yeah, definitely please do that.
Yeah, brilliant. All right, Melinda. Oh, it's about that time we're going to wrap up. Do you have that joke for us to finish off?
So I do. I have a 12-year-old son, and he took this very, very seriously in trying to help me find a dad joke to share.
Yeah, okay.
So this is coming from the mind of a 12-year-old boy who lives for dad jokes. I mean, it's pretty sad. We can tend to make them up a little bit in our household. So it's
oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's a little bit crazy. But anyway, Dre, why couldn't the bicycle stand up by itself?
I don't know.
It was too tired.
I tell you what, that's one of my favourites. Mic drop.
Awesome.
Right, Melinda, I just want to say a massive, massive, huge thank you for everything today, like the dad joke and all the value that you've been able to give to us as well. So I really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me on. It was it's been a pleasure, and it's really nice for me also to reflect on all of those questions as well, because yeah, thank you.
Awesome. All right, thanks guys. That was awesome. Just stop the recording.